Hello and welcome to my first video on the channel, the Fake Polyglot. This is a channel where I'll be hopefully using a range of different language learning tools and softwares, and as well as a number of different subscriptions available within those tools to learn a bunch of languages. That's it, simple as that. Now, you might want to ask me, why did you call this channel the Fake Polyglot? And simply put, languages is one of my hobbies. It's one of my biggest interests. I'm absolutely fascinated by them. And I've learnt a number of languages in my time. So I've learned French, I've learned Spanish, Arabic. They're the main three that I've learned sort of at university level. But also there's been Russian, Dutch, Swedish. They're languages that I've sort of learned on the side of my own accord, as well as a number of others as well, to a lesser extent. But the thing is, even my best foreign language, which would be French, sure, if you gave me a newspaper, if you showed me a news article, or just put the news on where they're speaking clearly, I can understand almost everything. But if you show me like a series or a film without the subtitles, or if you just drop me in France and I have to speak French and engage with the locals, I'll panic. And I don't think that I can realistically be called a polyglot, even though I have been by some of my friends because of my deep interest in languages and my learning of multiple different languages at the same time. They've called me a polyglot, but I don't think I'm deserving of that title if even my best foreign language I'm struggling to use anywhere near to the level that a native speaker would. I'm struggling to use English at the moment, to be honest, but hey ho, we roll with it. There's also another YouTube-oriented reason why I've decided upon the name The Fake Polyglot, but we won't get into that just yet. So as you can see on the screen, I've chosen Busuu to be the first language learning tool that I use on this channel. I want to avoid using Duolingo if I can, because, well, firstly, I've used Duolingo in the past, and sure, it's good for memorizing certain words and phrases, but there has been a lot of discourse as to the effectiveness of Duolingo for someone who seriously wants to learn a language. And yeah, just the repetition of it, you find that you're spending more time just trying to collect crowns and complete lessons than you are actually learning new stuff. Sure, repetition is good, and I've memorized many words. Like, for example, I was learning Russian on Duolingo I must have been learning it for over a year. And, well, my Russian isn't very good, so it didn't help in that respect, but it did allow me to memorize certain words that I may not have picked up so quickly had I been learning Russian of my own accord. But yeah, and because Duolingo is so big, it's the one language learning app that everyone knows about, I sort of want to dive a bit deeper into the world of language learning tools, should we say. And Busuu is a tool that has largely received positive reactions from language learners, as far as I'm aware at least. And what I'm going to be doing, and I'll show you a little bit later, but I'm going to be using the premium version. I've just signed up before I started recording, so yeah, it's there's a 14-day cancel guarantee, so if I change my mind drastically in the next 14 days, I'll get away with it and won't be charged. But yeah, and there's also like 50% off for your first year, which I've taken advantage of. So it is well, I'll show you very soon, but I think it was just under £42, I think. So, as you can see here, new language, new opportunities, new you. Get access to compact lessons from the experts and connect with a community of native speakers to help you master words faster. Now, this is this is a good tool. I know that there was a similar sort of function in Duolingo. It was more when you were sort of reporting corrections. I think I only used it on the mobile app, so maybe on the desktop version it was a bit more detailed. But yeah, but I think this one directly encourages you engaging with native speakers, and I think that's probably the best way to learn it, honestly. Now we have a bunch of languages here, so we've got some of the obvious ones: Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Italian, Dutch, Russian, and then some more: Chinese, Arabic, Turkish, Portuguese, Polish, and Korean. Now, as you can tell from the video title, I've decided to start learning Portuguese as like my first language on this channel. I'll go into why I've selected Portuguese very, very shortly, but I want to talk a little bit more about Busuu. So, why learn a language with Busuu? It's an interactive community, as we previously established. You go beyond the textbook, you practice pronunciation, you gain cultural insights, and exchange local language tips with our global community of learners. So yeah, that's what you want, basically, isn't it? I hope that this is accurate. Learn with confidence. Yeah, sure. Learn for real life. Yeah, well, I hope so. I have used Busuu before, actually. I got a free trial with Premium, and I was learning a bit of Dutch with it, and it did seem to be very good. Albeit, I seemed to reach like the A1 stage quicker than I maybe expected to. But I'll go into like the different categorizations when I get to it. But yeah, learn your way. Okay. Trusted by a global community of 120 million learners. Well, can't go wrong then, can you? So, yeah, as you can see now, I'm going to quickly go on to the how Busuu works. Because, yeah, this has all like the categorization information here, like A1, A2, etc. So, each language course on Busuu is developed using the Common European Framework of Reference, CEFR, an internationally recognized standard for creating language lessons. The CEFR is broken down into 6 stages, ranging from complete beginner to completely fluent. If I can reach completely fluent with just one language on this channel, then I'll consider it to be a success. Busuu's language courses all cover the first 4... Oh, well, there we go then. Okay, well, if I can reach B2, I'll be happy. Busuu's English course also covers the level above B2, which is C1. Okay. So yeah, we see here like A1 corresponds to beginner, A2 is elementary, B1 intermediate, B2 upper intermediate. So yeah, to get to an upper intermediate level from nothing, I'll consider that to be a success. And from there, I think when you're at B2, you have the tools at your disposal to go further and crack on into C1 without a certain level of formal learning. I think you can sort of do that of your own accord at that point. Well, I say that. Let's find out. So completing beginner A1 means you can introduce yourself to new friends, order a drink and some food in your new language, ask and answer simple questions on familiar topics, write short texts and fill in a form with personal details. Elementary A2 means you can make plans to go out with friends, describe your friends and family, understand the main point of simple texts and conversations, and begin to have longer conversations on familiar topics. Intermediate B1 means you can describe your favourite films and music, express emotions, agreement and disagreement, begin to understand TV programmes when the topic is familiar, have more complex conversations when you give reasons and explanations. Completing upper intermediate B2 means you can discuss important issues that affect your life, understand the main points and important details in the news, take part in extended conversations on familiar and new topics, narrate or write a story, describe the plot of a film or a book. I won't go into C1 because that's only available in English and I speak English. The best way to learn a language, Busuu. Well, I'll take your word for it. Whether you're learning for a new job, new love, or simply a new skill, your path to better language skills starts and ends with Busuu. Oh, well, if that's right, I won't need to go into any different language tools, but I get the impression that they're exaggerating. Our combination of self-paced study and the ability to practice with 120 million native speakers, are they all active, around the world is proven to be the best way to learn a language. Study at your own pace, yeah. Go the long haul, get it right with community feedback. We've done all that. We know all that. What I wanted to talk about was the different plans available. Now, I'm going to scroll up to the top. Right, start learning now. No, I don't want to do this. No, go back. Right, I'm back now. I won't click that again. So, I'm going to click on Busuu Premium Membership. And you can see the different plans available. Well, there's only one premium plan basically. Of course, there is the basic option, which is free, but you don't get access to as much. But there's also the premium subscription. I've selected this one. Now I've logged out. I'll log back in when I want to start doing the lesson basically. But yeah, so 12 months is £3.50 a month. That's £41.90 for over the course of a year. Now that's probably, if I want to be doing this over an extended period of time, which hopefully I will be, that is obviously the most cost effective choice. Definitely not this one because, 6 months is still a long time, just like 12 months. But then you're paying, God, how much more are you paying? 11 times 12, 132? You're like paying over 3 times. Well, I mean, obviously it's over 6 months, but yeah, if I wanted to resubscribe for another 6 months, then yeah, it's far less cost effective. And just under £12 if you want it for just 1 month. I don't see the point in that, to be honest. I mean, I want to have it available to me over 12 months. So yeah, that's the one I selected. But I'm just going to go back. I want to go back to something that I was looking at before I actually selected the premium plan. So obviously the question was, what does premium offer that basic doesn't? That was the question that I had and that I wanted answered. And I'll go into the FAQs and premium subscription and billing. Now this is something that I've already done before, so I want to show you basically what I went through. So I clicked here on what is the premium membership, and premium membership gives you access to exclusive features from offline mode to conversations with feedback from native speakers. You can also learn all the languages we offer, set up a study plan, get official certificates and review your vocabulary. You'll be fluent in no time. Sure. Now, here we have the link. You can find more information about the premium membership here. So premium Y upgrade. Of course I was going to click on that, but just before I do, there's another link here. You can choose between different plans to become premium. Premium plans. So obviously that's going to take me to the plans page that we've already seen. So what happens when I click the premium Y upgrade link? Well, it takes me to the plans page. So that question isn't answered on the website. So what I did was I contacted Busuu support via email. And I will show you now the email that I received. So here we are. Here's the email I received. So yeah, basically I wanted to ask what was, what were the perks of having a premium membership, basically. And also, when I'd been researching before, I'd seen that there was both a premium and premium plus option. And I wanted to know what the difference between the two of them was, basically. So this is the email. Hello, thanks for your message. First of all, sorry about the inconveniences. We are currently undergoing a few changes in our help centre, and it seems you have stumbled upon one of our outdated articles. Okay. Currently, we only offer the Premium Plus membership. With this subscription, you'll have access to all of our courses, so you'll be able to study without ads, our different courses. Oh, okay. The Premium Plus also provides access to the certificates. So you get a certificate after each stage, so A1, A2, B1, etc. After you complete a test at the end of a level, you'll be granted a certificate that shows you've successfully mastered that level. We only do provide the certificates in certain languages such as Spanish, German, French, Portuguese, good, Italian, English and Japanese A1. With the Premium Plus, you'll also be able to download chapters to complete them when you are offline. Okay, so that's more or less what I was hoping for. So that is Busuu. Busuu Premium. So now you might want to be asking, well, why did you select Portuguese out of all of these languages? Well, I told you earlier that I've studied French, I've studied Spanish, I've studied a bit of Dutch, a bit of Russian, also Arabic, and another one that's not there is Swedish. But one of the languages that I have never learned before is Portuguese. So as my first language, I didn't want it to be something that was too challenging. I didn't want to just dive headfirst into Chinese or Japanese or something like Turkish that I've just never had any experience of before. I wanted it to be something that, as a Spanish learner and someone who knows Spanish fairly well, Portuguese will still be fairly familiar, even though I've never learned it formally. So I'll still need to learn the words. It's just that I will recognise them more often than not, I believe. But there are still, challenges associated with Portuguese. I know that it's not strictly phonetic like Spanish and Italian are, so that might be a challenge that I did foresee, but that proves to be a challenge that proves to be worthwhile, basically. So yeah, that's mainly the reason why I was tossing up the decision between Portuguese and German. I know that German also fulfills those criteria, so I've never learned German formally. Well, I did, but many, many, many years ago when I was very young. I don't remember most of it. So yeah, I've never formally learned German recently. And yeah, it has some complex grammar, I know that. It has those compound words that go on forever. But there will still be some familiarity there because I've learned Dutch and English. Obviously, they're both Germanic languages. But what tipped me onto the side of Portuguese mainly was the fact that I'm actually going to be travelling briefly to the island of Madeira next month on a holiday. So, and they're Portuguese speaking there, whereas I have no current plans to travel to a German speaking country. So, yeah, that made up my mind for me, basically. So I'm going to be learning Portuguese first of all on this channel. Now I'm going to log in and just have a look at the first lesson for now. So here's my dashboard, or my workflow, my timeline. I'm not sure what they call it. It's called a tree in Duolingo, at least it was. I don't know what it is now. But yeah, so I've already got a request to create their exercise. Okay, well I'll see to that a bit later. But as for now, I ought to change my my profile picture. But yeah, as you can see, I've got a Brazilian flag up there, which means that Portuguese is the language I've selected. So can I'm not sure if I select another language, will it mean that I sort of lose access to Portuguese? I don't know. I don't really want to select it. So yeah, I'm just going to stick with Portuguese, and I'll do the complete Portuguese, I think. I know I'm travelling there, but I think I want to get the holistic Portuguese experience. And there's no better way to begin the beginner A1 level with hello, greeting people and introducing ourselves. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Olá.
Hola. So yeah, that's nice and easy. That's almost exactly the same as Spanish, just a different spelling. So hola.
Tudo bem?
Tudo bem.
Tudo bem?
Tudo bem. So how is it going? Okay, I don't recognise that. So yeah, that's going to be the first challenging thing. So yeah, I've never heard of tudo bem before. So yeah, tudo bem.
Tudo bem?
I've just realised that's actually like todo bien. So is everything good? So yeah, tudo bem.
Tudo bem?
This means how's it going? That's true.
Bem, obrigado.
Bem, obrigada.
Bem obrigado. Bem obrigada. So, as I'm a man, I'll say bem obrigado.
Bem, obrigado.
Bem, obrigada.
Bem obrigado. Bem obrigada.
Eu sou,
Eu sou. So, I am.
eu sou,
Eu sou.
eu sou a Helena.
Eu sou a Helena. So this I believe, is the definite article. Obviously, I'll learn them in due course, but I'm pretty sure they say like I am the Elena, or in my case, eu sou o George. I think it is. I think it's o, the masculine version, because it's like it's a bit like Spanish, really. Like we've got la for feminine, and it is el for masculine, but you also have lo, which is the neuter one. I think it sort of follows along those lines. But yeah,
Eu sou a Helena.
eu sou a Helena, or in my case, eu sou o George. In Portuguese, you can introduce yourself. Oh, so we get good little tips here. In Portuguese, you can introduce yourself saying eu sou o. Oh, there we go then. Or eu sou a, followed by your name. Use o in front of your name if you are a man, and a if you are a woman. Sou belongs to the verb ser. Okay, so that's exactly the same as Spanish. So, eu sou o Rui. Eu sou a Helena. By the way, if you are a native Portuguese speaker, or you know Portuguese very well and I'm making any pronunciation mistakes or my logic is incorrect, please do comment down below. I'll be very, that you'll be very welcome. Eu sou a Helena.
Muito prazer.
Muito prazer.
Muito prazer.
Muito prazer. Nice to meet you.
Até logo.
Até logo. That's just like hasta luego, isn't it? Até logo.
Até logo.
Até logo.
Até logo.
Até logo.
Oi, eu sou a Helena.
Eu sou o Mário. Muito prazer.
É um prazer conhecê-lo, Mário. Como vai?
Bem, obrigado.
Okay, so what we've got to do here is we've got to fill in these gaps with the phrases down here. So I'm going to listen to it again. Can I? No? Okay, I can only listen once. So, oi, that'll be eu sou a Helena. Eu sou o Mário. Muito prazer. É prazer conhecê-lo. I don't know how this is pronounced. I'm going to have to hear it again. But then this would be bem obrigado. Do I get to hear it again once I've filled it in? No? Okay. É prazer. Oh, here we go. No, we haven't. Okay. I'm not sure what that show translation was all about because there is no translation, but I got it right anyway. Select the two words that mean fine, thanks. So, bem obrigado. Oh, yeah, there we go. Put the words in order. Muito prazer.
Eu sou o Mário. Muito prazer.
Eu sou o Mário. Muito prazer. So, I am Mario. Nice to meet you.
Muito prazer.
Muito prazer. Excellent. Which of these words is the verb we use to introduce ourselves? So, you say, sou. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, so it's a pro drop language, so we don't necessarily need to use the pronoun. So yeah, sou.
Olá.
Hola. Remember the accent. Hola. Até logo. See you later. And there we go. We've completed our first lesson. We've received 20 stars and a score of 100%. I'm not sure what those stars Like, do I get a prize if I win a certain number of stars? I guess I'll see in due course. But that's going to be it for now, I think. I've taken you through the Busuu website just briefly. I've showed you the different subscriptions available. I've introduced you to the channel. That's the main point of this video, and I've also completed my first Portuguese lesson. So yeah, I think we can leave it there, and then I've started a streak. Okay, study every day to build your streak and create a powerful learning habit. Okay, can you make it to 7 days? Well, I hope so. I guess it will just coincide with when I can record these videos. I might not be able to do streaks if I'm not available every day, but I'll try. Whatever. Equip shields. You're getting a bit like Duolingo. You don't want to fall down that rabbit hole. But yeah, I'm 1% of the way to beginner A1, so that's okay. So in the next episode, or in the next video, I'm going to be talking about, well, I'm going to be learning how to say my name and just talking about myself, so excellent. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching the first video of the fake polyglots. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.